Chapter 46. My father has an argument with his brother. On a day when the grass in our yard is more green than brown, and the air is warm and smells sweet, the branches on the trees are fuzzy with new leaves, Uncle Weldon drives me home from Hatford Elementary. He drives across the finished bridge and parks the truck. My father is standing at the front of his own truck, tinkering with things under the hood. He hasn't been back to the J&R garage since the day Jerry friggin' fired him. He works on his truck in the yard now that the bridge is finished. I do not think his job search is going well. One afternoon last week when Uncle Weldon was driving me home, I said, I guess my father could drive me to school and back now. He still doesn't have a job. Uncle Weldon started shaking his head before I even finished speaking. Let's not mention that, he replied. That's what I was hoping he would say. Okay. We rode for a little while longer, and then I say, from my father's perspective, I don't think he wants to run into Mrs. Cushel or Mrs. Liebler. Seeing them once a month is enough for him. I think you're exactly right. Now on this spring day, I climb out of the truck. Then Uncle Weldon climbs out of the truck. This is unusual. Hey, Wes, my uncle says. My father steps away from the hood and straightens up. He wipes his hands on a rag that is hanging out of one pocket. Hey, do you have a minute? Asks Uncle Weldon. I guess. My father looks wary. Well, I've been thinking, Rose here should have another dog. Don't you agree? I step backward. I didn't say that, I tell my father. Nope, says Uncle Weldon calmly. This is all my idea. My father snorts. Rose here didn't appreciate the dog she had, the one I got her. She gave it back. She gave it back when she could have kept it. Rain is a she, not an it. My father is angry. Rain wasn't her dog, my uncle replies. She could have kept it, my father repeats. She didn't have to go looking for the owners. Uncle Weldon clenches his jaw. I take another step backwards. I was just trying to do something nice for her, says my father. I got her a dog and she gave it back. The one great thing I did. The one great thing. Look, Wesley, not another word. I mean it. Not another word. When my father says, not another word, he does mean it. Uncle Weldon retreats to his truck, opens the front door, and slides behind the wheel. I just think about Rose. Rose has so lit... He catches himself. It's lonely for her. I mean, when you aren't around. Rose is fine. She has all she needs here. She is just fine. But a dog... You think you know best? You don't know best. My father slaps his hands on the side of his truck. Uncle Weldon sits motionless behind the wheel. My mind is whirling. I try to send a message to my uncle. Please don't say another word. Not another word. If my father forbids Uncle Weldon to see me, then I will have nothing left. My uncle opens his mouth. Are you sure you know what's best for Rose? He asks quietly. My father pulls a wrench out of his pocket. He aims it at the windshield of Uncle Weldon's truck, but then he lowers his arm to his side. He puts the wrench back in his pocket, shakes his head once, and gets to work under the hood again. His hands are trembling. Uncle Weldon puts his truck in reverse and begins to turn around. He waves to me through the window, and I give him a small wave back. Then I run to my bedroom and close the door.